Hey guys, my name is Daniel Mutheki, and I'd like to thank you all so much for joining me today. Most importantly, I'd like to thank God for enabling us all to be here today. Guys, in each and every video, I sensitize you to always remember that it is absolutely important to give thanks to God, because we are not here because of any good deeds we've done. We're not here because we are holy. We're not here because we are better than other people. It is simply because of God's mercies that you've got the chance to see a new day. And so always remember to give thanks. And in the same breath, I'd also like to pass my condolences to those who are watching. If you've lost family, friends, loved ones, I pray that God will give you strength and that He will take you through this tough time with His mighty hand. And so guys, let us remember to give thanks to God for life. As usual, guys, you know I leave my details at the bottom of the screen there. And so if you have any queries, any questions, any topics, any suggestions you'd have in regard to this channel, feel free, write them up, and I'll make it a point to at least try to get back to each and every one of you. And if you've not subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Click the subscription button. Don't forget the notification bell so that you're always alerted when we post a new video, which is normally each and every Sunday by the grace of God. And so guys, today is a new week, new video. And today I'd like us to talk about something that I've seen around. People have posted this a lot of times on the social media status. People have said this verbally. And this is, be careful what you tolerate, because you are teaching people how to carry you. Okay? Be careful whatever it is you tolerate in life, because then you are teaching people on how to treat you. You know, guys, I'll speak the truth. It is very important as a society that we all increase tolerance. It is important to tolerate people who are around us, because not everyone will do things the way you want things to be done. Not everyone will be specifically what it is you'd like to design them to be. And so sometimes you'll find some people who are off, who don't do things the way you expect them, who don't talk to you the way you expect to be spoken to, or don't carry you or treat you in a way that you'd like to be treated. This happens. And it is important that we build tolerance, to tolerate other people, because only by this can we have peace, can we live in harmony, and can we live as one. And you see, a good example of this is the fact that in our countries or in our nations or in the world at large, we have wars right, left, and center. We have ideological differences that are causing people to get to a point where they can stab others and kill others. And so it is very important that we understand tolerance is vital in any society, especially one that people interact. If you live by yourself, then tolerance is not expected from you. But if you live with others, you must have a certain degree of tolerance. However, within any humanitarian standards, tolerance has a limit. Everything has a limit. And so you must be able to understand your limit. You must be able to be very clear that yes, I can tolerate up until this point, but way beyond this, I will not tolerate. You see, human beings are very interesting. There's a man who said, give them an inch, they take a yard. Give them a yard, they take a mile. You see, what you tolerate, then people start treating you that way. And so it is very important that you are also very clear to people that this is what I expect, this is what I need. And the number one thing that you must do, you who's watching me, is you cannot keep quiet. You cannot be that person who never talks about the things that stress them up, who never talks about what they don't like, only for people to come around your space, completely mistreat you, thinking you're okay with it, because you never talk. You never voice your opinion. You never speak about anything that you think people are doing wrong to you. And so somebody comes, does what he wants, and leaves. And so it's important, number one, that you learn how to communicate. Get out of your cocoon and speak so that people can understand your boundaries. Because if you don't give people boundaries, then they'll trample upon you. They will step all over you, and you'll be the one complaining all the time. You know, I remember back in the day, there are things I never used to like. Okay? But I don't know if I was shy, I don't know what to call it, but I always never said it. All right? And so most often than not, I'd find myself in a circle of friends, and they'd keep repeating these things when I'm there. They'd keep doing them and doing them and doing them. But see, the biggest problem is I never communicated that I have a problem with it. And so by the end of the day, you can't blame other people because I had never communicated to them. Until recently, I got the courage to stand up and say, you know what, guys, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like the other. And right there, I remember one of my friends stood up and said, you know what, Daniel, I apologize because I have always been doing that. But thank you for communicating, because now I understand that you don't like this being done in that way. And so guys, if you keep quiet, if you don't voice your concern, then guess what? People will cross your boundaries, which you've never communicated. And so stand up and communicate your boundaries. This I can tolerate. Anything beyond this will give me emotional turmoil and mental instability. And so you must be able to communicate that. You see, a lot of times in our relationships today, we are going through challenges. People have been in situations that are so difficult, but they still find themselves in those situations. They have not got the ability to stand up and walk away. Walk away from people who are crossing boundaries that you have clearly communicated. That is a very important thing that you must do. Once you have communicated your boundaries, then understand this: you must be willing to get up and walk away. You must be willing to lose friends. You must be willing to break relationships when your boundaries are being passed, when you are things that you have clearly stated that I'm not comfortable with this, and people are coming and crossing them. You must be willing to act. You know, it reminds me of when Jesus Christ went into the temple and he found guys selling stuff in the temple. You know, this is a place of worship. It's very clear what the temple is for. It's very clear what should be done at the temple. But Christ comes and finds guys selling wares, doing business outside there. And he got so pissed off that he threw everything off and, you know, threw all the money away and did everything. And everybody was shocked. And everybody wondered, what just happened? And he told them clearly that the house of God is not a place for business. It's a place where you come and worship God and honor Him and praise Him, and then you leave. You see, even you in your life today, I am so sure, probably you're a boss somewhere. Probably you're a supervisor. Probably you're a leader. Probably you're an employer. And there are things that those who you have employed are doing, and they don't give you an easy time. They keep stressing you. They keep pissing you off. But you've never communicated them. You're always quiet. But when they leave the room, you're there venting, speaking to yourself, saying the way these guys are useless, the way these guys can't do this, can't do that. You must get out of that zone that you're in and speak. Tell people whatever it is that does not make you happy. Because as I said, I have seen this posted everywhere on social media, that be careful what you tolerate, because you're teaching people how to treat you. And so remember one thing, people will treat you how you treat yourself. Human beings are very good in observation. Some things you don't have to tell us. Some things we just observe. And so the way you carry yourself is the way people will carry you. You know, the other day, Miles Monroe, I was watching one of his videos, and he spoke and said that your character must speak so loudly that other people will hear and know what you're about. This came up when he mentioned that if somebody today was to approach you with a corrupt deal, if somebody was to approach you today with something very unscrupulous, if somebody was to approach you today to do a deal that is not right, Miles Monroe said that even from that point, you're already compromised. Meaning, why did someone approach you? Because they thought you'd accept. That means you have not spoken clearly. That means your character is not shouting loud enough for people to know who you are and what you're about. And so remember, your character must speak very, very loudly, that people will understand this person is like this. Somebody tries to approach you with something, they even told, don't bother. Don't even ask Daniel, he can't accept. He can't do this, he can't do that. And so guys, I urge you, kindly, today's video will not be very long, but I pray that you will understand what it is I'm trying to tell you today. That if you cannot treat yourself in the right way, others just observe. They observe how you treat yourself. They observe the things you tolerate. And that is how they carry you. And so you end up complaining every day that, oh, this person did this, oh, this person did that, my spouse did this, my spouse did that, my spouse did not do, my spouse. Guys, period. Understand, it's as simple as that. Whoever or however you carry yourself is the same way others will carry you. And so be very clear, open up, speak about your boundaries, tell people your limits, tell them the things that don't impress you, so that you don't have this back and forth with people all the time. When they step on your boots, they go beyond your boundaries and they hurt you. Okay, guys? And so I don't want this video to be too long, but I pray that this week you'll sit down and look into your life and see those things that are causing you misery, those things that are causing you stress. Is it because you have never told people about your limits or your boundaries? And if it's so, get the courage, get the confidence, and speak up and speak out. And remember, we must tolerate other people. However, we must be very clear about our limits while tolerating others. And so guys, I'd like to leave it at that for this video. But remember, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell so that you're always alerted when we post a new video, which is always every Sunday. And so as you go, I'd like to bless you. I pray that this coming week will be a blessed week, full of joy, full of favor, full of God's love and blessings in everything you do. Until next time, take care and God bless. Cheers.